Welcome back to another AWL Podcast. Today with me we have Abram Lee, Reed Brown, Mason Brook, Landon Matthews, and myself, Eli Cherry. All right, our first segment, of course, hot and cold, okay? Who's doing well, who's not doing well? Just after this last couple series, who's playing good? Who wants to start? Mason Brook.
I think the Storm have been playing great. They're a great team overall. And I think Abram's really been playing well in the past couple series. I think part of against the Waves, he did okay, but in the past series there have just been a lot of foul balls, and the pitching hasn't been great. But this time he brought the energy. He's got a lot of confidence, and he's getting a lot of base hits, and they need him if they're gonna keep dominating.
For cold, I think not to go after a rookie, but I think I'm gonna go after Caleb Solomon on the mound today. He was missing a lot of his pitches. I'm seeing a lot of potential out of him, but yeah, just for now, I think he's gonna be in that cold section.
Also on cold, I think I gotta say Nathaniel Switzer. Hitting has not been up to his same standard. Pitching is pretty much straight meat, so I just think he's been off.
All right, who's hot? Who's hot right now? Nobody's.
That's it, Abram.
Oh, yeah. So we got hot and cold. That's about it. All right.
I mean, I think Mason's obviously pretty hot too. Like, I'm saying, like, with his pitching, I mean, he might have even rose to number one in the league. Highly debated. It's either number one or number two, but he's definitely been hot, and he's been steadily hot. So just want to put that out there.
Agreed. Reed Brown brought up Caleb.
Yeah, he did.
Had his first debut today. When you guys watch the game, you'll see pitched the second game, didn't do too well, but then he had some clutch hits throughout the series. Mm-hmm. We also are going to talk about Colin Orphan, another rookie. How do we think these rookies are adjusting to the highly competitive league?
I mean, Colin Orphan came in, I think first game looked a little shaky, and then pulled out some really clutch hits in the games after that. Really started turning it on, playing well.
Yeah. I think Caleb has a lot of potential.
Yeah, he does.
I think Jacob has downplayed his potential, and I think he was just nervous at the mound and then almost was just gave up. I think he could really locate pitches if he wants to, and then also he's good with the bat so far. Good discipline too.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go? Mason?
Yeah, Reed, I think you gotta chill a little bit. I think Caleb's fine. He maybe didn't have a great pitching day, but a lot of us have not had great pitching days and bounced right back. So I think, as a rookie, you gotta get acclimated to this high level of wiffle ball.
Yeah.
High. And I think, maybe it wasn't his best series, but remember, they didn't have Jost today. So when they get him back and Caleb starts playing a little better, especially getting those base knocks like he had in the third game, the Avalanche could bounce back.
Just to clear up things with Caleb, I think he's a lot of potential on the mound. I think today wasn't his brightest day, and I think he's a great hitter. I think he's got a solid swing. You can see the baseball experience. So just to clear up things, I don't think he's a bad player. I think he has potential, though.
He could be better than Josiah in a week.
Continuing to talk about Caleb Solomon,
I'm not kidding.
I want to dive into a little conspiracy theory. Jacob heard some rumors about how maybe he's corrupt with how he drafts and stuff. So there's a chance that he could have told Caleb, hey, don't do so well in pitching today, because then they'll feed into the conspiracy more. So perhaps this is Caleb's least effort and least showing up.
That could also explain why Jacob didn't try putting in Mason
he
or
kept him in.
or throwing himself in for one of the last innings or something to try and
seemed almost brutal.
try and make it close. Something seemed weird.
Caleb
Something's off.
couldn't find it, and Jacob just forced him to pitch 2 more innings.
Jacob just was completely relaxed,
Yeah.
like he didn't care.
Yeah, I know.
If you know anything about Jacob, he definitely cares.
This is true.
I like
Wait
these
a
takes here.
second.
I like these takes.
I think if you heard my comment about Caleb being better than Josiah in a week, I think this also could feed into it. We're all going to sleep on him now. I guarantee you. We're going to go up to the plate thinking he's not going to pitch a strike. This could be the perfect setup. Also, Jacob wanted us to play at Thunderdome today so he could get the home spot if we see him in the World Series. So he knows. Jacob is a very smart man.
He thinks that we don't know.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
So Storm played home today. If the Storm faces Avalanche again, they will play away, and he will probably pitch Caleb Solomon. And the Storm, he thinks the Storm will sleep on Caleb Solomon, but we gotta be ready for.
We're away.
Okay. And then Colin Orphan's fine, I guess. But there's a lot of stuff around Caleb. Okay, moving on.
Yeah,
Let's go straight to top 5. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay, everyone's gonna go around, give their top 5. Please, no comments. Okay, just say the list, and then we're gonna talk. Okay, Reed, start.
All right. So for my top 5, I'm just gonna go Jacob at 1, Cherry at 2, Mason at 3, and then I think I'm gonna go
Read it.
Josiah at 4, Switzer at 5.
Okay. Keep going.
Okay. I'm going to say Cherry, Mason, Jacob, Switz, Josiah.
Okay, that one didn't change.
Mason, Cherry, Jacob, Switz, Josiah.
Okay. Cherry, Mason, Jacob, Switzer, Josiah. Like, I don't know.
Think about Logan a little bit.
I agree with Mason and Cherry's list, except I'd swap out Josiah for Logan.
Wait, we didn't have. Oh yeah, we did.
So Cherry, Mason, Jacob, Switzer, Logan.
Okay. As I'm looking at these lists, do we need to put Josiah in the top 5?
Yeah.
I know, right?
I think Logan might.
There's this 6 and 7 spot with Logan and Koff,
Yeah.
That's
where
what I'm
you
saying.
feel that if they perform
Yeah.
well, if
Yeah.
Logan comes out and he's hitting great for the Wave, pitching great, they could sneak in easily. I think for me, Joe's at 5, but it's close.
Yeah.
5, 6, and 7 could fluctuate.
I don't think Kaufman's challenging for a top 5 spot right now.
I agree.
His pitching when on is very good, but he's very inconsistent. And
also
hitting
his hitting's not
honestly
good.
isn't great. He has power hits every once in a while, but overall not great.
I think if there's gonna be a 5th person besides Josiah, it's probably gonna be Logan.
Yeah.
He's been hitting.
Pretty solid.
I mean, we hated on him in the beginning of the season, but I feel
He
like
had a
he's
home
turned-
run in his
he-
last
yeah,
series,
He
so.
turned it around a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Logan.
I also think that the Josiah having Jacob on his team, if Josiah is known for pitching, then he's lost both of his games that he's started pitching. And then he's not known for his hitting, so it's just like, it's just
Logan
hard to
actually
put him in the top
might
5.
even trump Nathaniel in a 4 spot.
No.
That's
Switz.
I mean, Switz can't pitch. That's the problem.
He can't. He
He's
hits
a
the zone.
mediocre pitcher.
He can pitch, but
Everyone
It's
hates
me.
on Switz for his pitching, but he gets the job. He's just, you know what you're going to get with
Throw
him.
strikes.
Yeah, Josiah
Throw
could
strikes.
fall apart at the seams.
I think with Kaufman, I think if his elbow heals up and he's full force, I think he could easily be a top 5 player in the league. I don't know how y'all think about that, but that's just my thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I just want to make one point. I think it's disrespectful if Cherry's not number 1 at this point.
wow.
I also
With the way he's been performing, we don't even talk about his pitching. Multiple homers a game, no one says anything. You gotta put him in number 1. He's, yeah, I got you. I just don't think it's. You can't put anyone above him right now.
I disagree. I think that Mason's hitting has definitely gotten better, and the pitching is so consistent. It's so many strikes. It just honestly, I think his pitching's better than Cherry.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, no one said
Yeah, no one says Mason's pitching.
I also, Mason's a great player. Mason's a phenomenal player. I think it's disrespectful for him to not be at the 2 spot. As in, if you put him at the 3 spot,
Over Jacob?
yes.
But it's
I
just like-
think,
same with Jacob.
in my
He's the best
opinion,
player in the league.
no, he's not.
Yes, he is.
I'm sorry, but
Why?
we
Make your
struck
case, make your
me and Abram. If me and Abram aren't good pitchers or whatever, we're
you're
mediocre.
good pitcher.
Then why are we striking him out and why are we winning
Yeah,
games?
I did strike out Jacob a couple times.
No, you guys
And
are-
Jacob pitched well today, and we beat him. It's
Yeah.
not like
I think that's Jacob's normal at this point.
I know, and we're beating him. That's what I'm saying. With the bats.
That's fair.
He's not even walking us. We are hitting off of him.
Made a fair case.
He's good individually, but on a team, I don't know.
I feel like
It might
his
not
team.
show as
I feel like
much.
his team wasn't keeping up with him today. That's his problem. I think he played great. I think his team.
He
They
have
weren't in
many
full
hits?
force
No.
today.
I didn't
They didn't
think
have
so.
Will. They didn't have Josiah. Will's been their second best hitter this year. I think Will's a key piece of their team. I think Josiah's he's second pitcher on their team. I think Jacob played phenomenal today.
phenomenal?
Phenomenal.
He did not have.
His pitching was phenomenal. We can't say the same about his hitting.
He was fine. It was okay.
I just think it's Mason has earned the 2 spot at this point.
I agree.
All right. Anything else to be said?
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. Low key podcast today. Good group. Good
I
group.
like it.
All right. We will see you soon. Have a wiffle day. All right. Goodbye.